Welcome to this exciting episode where we take the current rough air dam and get it ready to take a mould from. With the air dam sat on the flat floor, the fit's pretty good. We need to put some bolts up through that flat floor to hold the air dam in place so it doesn't blow away in the wind. While the floor's off to put new holes in, I decided to tidy up the old ones as well. I'm going to put a metal collar into the hole to protect the wood and glue that all in place. Here's the first one. This is done to fit an M8 bolt for the old holes. The new holes will all be M6s. Slide it in nicely to check for size. Yep, that's good. Let's glue it. I want to use decent glue, so I've got this stuff from Easy Composites. It bloody stinks, but hopefully it works. It's meant to be a structural adhesive, whatever that means. With the fixings sorted, let's have a look at this air dam. How rough is it? Oh shit, it's rough. Yeah, bits of glass fibre up, bits of all sorts of crap. I foresee a lot of sanding, cutting, and making good. Even at 16 speed, this is boring. It was a ball ache to do. Lots of zub, lots of sanding, lots of pissing about. Anyway, let's skip to something a bit more interesting. Okay, it's 6:30, 7 o'clock, Sunday morning, and I've been thinking about this. I've sanded off the rough bits, that's called fairing apparently, and to turn this into a mould, I need to fill these holes so I can carbon fibre back, and I've got something to put the carbon fibre against. If you look at the back of the mould, something down there. Well, I had the air dam in my hand and it was a sunny morning. I thought I'd just double check the symmetry of it. I'm really kind of glad I did. The laser line lines up nicely with the centre of the car, lines up on the bumper, lines up my little white marking, lines up with the under tray. Doesn't line up with the air dam, so that's going to take a little bit of reshaping. The black lines mark the new centre, so I need to sand to fit that. Anyway, let's work out how we fit these blanking plates. So, yeah, that's all shit. I'm thinking piece of foam in that way, glued to this, inside edge of this, and then cut this bit across here so that it slips like that. So this piece is going to get glued there. Obviously I need to make that fit. Thumbs up tool. Ooh, that noise is annoying. Much better that we watch and don't listen. Basically zub and a knife and cut the slot to fit. Now I've got the foam cut out. I'm leaving that silver foil where the air vent is because I've got a glass against it and I want it to come out easily. And after much gluing and screwing and many hours of pissing about, we've got end plates, so that'll be a nice flush rebate. We've got those vents filled. We've got another rebate. So I think they're called rebates. I don't know, whatever they are. The bit that goes round the corner. So from the front, those are now blocked in. I've left the foil on so the glass won't stick to it too much. We'll pop those out to make the mould. After loads of sanding and loads of dust, that is basically a flat level. I'm going to glass this over so I've got firm level, let it dry overnight, then I can flip it over and then worry about doing all the rest. I want to get a smooth layer of glass over everything before I start moving on to the filler. I've cut the pieces of glass to shape, stick some rubber gloves on, then slap some resin on it and let it go off overnight. Good morning, and that's gone off overnight, so just need to trim those edges and that should give me a reasonably smooth surface to start on. And as if by magic, it's all been trimmed and sanded back to 180. So one side done, flip it over, do the other side. And this morning we've got the other side done. It's pitch black and I should be in bed, but I'm not. I'm thinking about this air dam. I'm going to make a mould of this, which is going to slot onto the front of that. To be able to pull it off, I need to make sure there's no hidden angles. Those two side vents slide in instead of out, and so that's going to lock the mould onto that piece. I need to fix that problem. And here's the solution. Cut those edges so they point towards the centre and there's no mechanical lock for the mould. Yeah, they need a bit tidying up, but we should be able to move on. So back to what I said earlier, all I need to do is gloss over those bits and apply filler. For the filler, I'm going to use epoxy resin and glass baubles. Never done this before, let's see how it goes. You want to know how new I am to this? I've had to buy a pack of scrapers, I've had to buy a mixing board, that's never been opened. Never done this before, so stop laughing. I will cock it up. I only wanted to do a test batch, so I didn't mix up too much resin and had about the same volume of glass baubles. Poured half in, tried to stir them in. They're so light it just floated on top. Lots of dust coming off it, but at the end of it I had some slightly cloudy resin. Added more baubles and stirred that in. It got a little bit thicker. Added more baubles, yeah. Eventually I got to the point where it wasn't thick enough, but it was pasty and I could use it. By this point I had twice the volume of body filler I wanted, so it was going to be a big test batch. Anyway, smooth it around the mixing board like they show you on YouTube, and then apply to the working piece. At least it was easy to apply, a bit more like self-leveling compound than body filler, I think, but hey ho, I can live with that. I meant to leave that for a couple of hours just to harden a bit, but not fully off, so it was easy to sand. But I went and did some paintings for the art exhibition at the weekend, forgot about it, then had a sauna. It's now pitch black and raining, and this is rock hard. I started with some 40 grit on a wooden block. It was cutting in, but it was hard work, so I soon switched to the machine. That seemed to work okay. Certainly you can see the dust kicking out the back of it. And then quick back around to clean up. So, hand sanding some paint on the backside, machine sanding is much better. Next time, I won't let it go off quite so hard, but it's still sanding to a really good finish. I do need to mix it stiffer. This was more like icing a cake than putting body filler on. I'm going to call it a night on this video because it's going on too long. Next time, I'll be doing more filling, which is probably dull for you guys to watch. I'll show you highlights, and then we'll go to the mould. I kind of promise. Okay, see you next episode. Oh, like, subscribe, all that stuff.